System. So we have gathered here for understanding the intricacies of the capital markets in India. We recognize the pivotal role that the capital markets play in the economic growth and in fostering the investor confidence. To explore the nuances of the landscape of the capital markets with us and to present the opportunities in the capital markets, we have with us C. Vikram Kotak. He will be guiding us through the highs and the lows and the yeses and nos of the capital market. So, to formally introduce our today's speaker, I would like to invite C. Mahesh Bagheera-ji, our pastor.
Friends, a very good morning. Today we have to open all the three halls because Vikram sir was coming. Generally, it is in two halls, but we got a registration more than 250. So we had to open all three halls. His popularity, he had been to our study circle many times. Doesn't need any introduction, but formally the things are being recorded. So I had to introduce in short. Vikram Kotak is the co-founder and managing partner of S. Lansdowne Investments. This investment is co-promoted by S Partners and Lansdowne Partners, one of the largest European hedge fund, and AIF Alternative Investment Fund and offshore funds, as well as the asset management business in India, handling a lot of money. Mr. Vikram Kotak, in his previous role, was CIO of Birla Sun Life Insurance, as well as CIO of Dutch Asset Management of India. Mr. Kotak is qualified chartered accountant and also completed the senior management program from Wharton Public School. He has over 29 years of experience in financial markets across segments that includes fund management, fixed income trading, and corporate finance. He has successfully set up businesses and team in equity and fixed income segments. A key erstwhile member of Dutch Asset Management Company, Mr. Kotak served as a Chief Investment Officer, CIO, Equities, responsible for advising over $1.2 billion assets in equity through Indian domestic funds, Indian dedicated offshore funds, and allocation funds. With an experience spanning 7 years, beginning in 2005, Mr. Kotak, as a chief CIO at Birla Sun Life Insurance, grew the AUM from $220 million to $4 billion in equity and fixed income. He has also served Birla Sun Life Securities Limited from the year 1996 to 2003 as the head of fixed income businesses, which focused on fixed income trading and distribution. Mr. Kotak has served various committees such as IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, Bombay Chamber of Commerce, SEBI, Bombay Stock Exchange, FIBA, and Indian Merchant Chambers between the year 2000 to 2013. Mr. Kotak has recently co-authored a book, Next Generation CA, Getting Future Ready. Very good topic. Sir, I would like to give some highlight on this book also, so we can get it benefited, how next generation CA will look like. With this, please welcome Mr. Kotak to our fraternity. He has been kind enough to accept our invitation immediately. On one phone call, says, yes, Mesh bhai, you are called, and JB Nagar is there, then I had to be there. So that is the popularity of our JB Nagar study circle. And we welcome him on today's topic, equities, Indian equities, the opportunities and challenges. A lot of turmoil is going on in the equity market. Let us listen from him. how the market will go up. Elections dates have been declared, and on 4th of May, the 4th of June, third term मुंह से अपने आप निकल गया, the new government will be formed. So how the trend of the Indian equity market will be there, we will all eager to listen from him. Before he comes, in the EGM, we have selected, we have appointed, we see a Vijeta Jaiswal as a convener for the next year. We welcome her, and CA Kailash Katarka as a deputy. We welcome both of them board for the next financial year. Vikram ji, please. Thank you. वहीं से बोलेंगे तो माइक मोमेंट अभी वो सर हमारे ये तो मोमेंट भूल जाते इसके लिए लोगों को बड़ा पिटारा चाहिए
You, I'm audible at the back. Thank you. Thank you, Mahesh ji, Chintan, Gobi, and Jeba for calling me here. Mahesh ji ने बोला आना है, मैं आ जाऊँगा. Mahesh ji ने और एक चीज करनी है, कि एक स्क्रिप्ट देनी है, एक स्टॉक रिकॉर्डेशन है, जो 4 गुना हो जाए. But it recorded me now. It recorded.
क्लिप देंगे तो रिकॉर्ड बंद कर.
ठीक है. So thank you for inviting me in this Sunday morning. I'll just see that I do my best to, give some knowledge which I know of the markets. Congrats to Vijay and Balaji for getting appointed for the next year's promises. So let me start with the topic which is hot right now. And I'll do from 20 minutes of talk, 25 minutes. I'll be more happy to take questions. So I told Mahesh also comments with more questions because what you want to know is more important than what I know. So I'll try to make it that way. Let me start with the current topic, then I'll move to the next 5 years of India, how India looks like going forward in next 5 years as what are the key changes we are going to expect going forward in terms of the sectors, opportunities, how things are going to pan out, what have visualized. So let me talk about first the correction in the mid-cap small cap market right now. Very, very immediate correction in my view. It was due for a long time. Of course, COVID, I mean, there's a serious correction. Correction was lasting for 1 or 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and valuation for going up. Not to the blame RBI, SEBI, some operators, all of stuff. इसकी वजह से हुआ है. मेरा ये मानना है ये एक ही वजह से हुआ है कि मार्केट में फ्रॉड ज्यादा और वैल्यूएशन बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है. तो आप किसी को भी पूछ सकते हैं. मेरा एक बैरोमीटर है जो मैं एक बंदा है मार्केट में. I know for 30 years now, and he's saying what he was 30 years ago today also. He's a day trader, and मुझे जब भी क्यों चाहिए होता है उससे बात कर रहे हैं. तो उसका नॉलेज बहुत बात करता हूँ. सुलावे से मुझे बहुत तरीका बहुत that is a standard one. Then sometimes say okay है market. Then sometimes होता है नहीं पैसा आ रहा है. नहीं नुकसान. And last से होता है एक महीना बड़ा नहीं आया. The very phase एक महीना बड़ा नहीं आने का. That is the best time to buy. That is what I also over 30 years. Because people are frustrated. अभी वो बोल रहा है कि पैसा आ रहा है. तो अभी वो last phase बाकी है. That is what I try to correlate the valuation. तो मेरा ये मानना है कि valuation start कर रहे थे small cap mid cap बहुत जोर से चल रहा था. People were trying to discount next 10 years of opportunity today. तो एक कंपनी को 200 करोड़ का ऑर्डर मिलता था गवर्नमेंट से और कंपनी का इंडियन मार्केट में 15,000 करोड़ था. So that was an anomaly which was created in the market. People don't read, unfortunately. People read only what comes on TV or what comes on a pink page headlines, but people don't read between the lines. And those who read between the lines make serious in the market. तो ये बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हुआ था और आरबीआई ने हमने देखा कि लास्ट 6 महीने से आरबीआई is very worried about credit card disbursement, personal loans, unsecured loans, and they have been warning people for a long time. Gold finance, क्या ये कुछ just be careful, risk weighted बढ़ाया और warning दी, but market was not ready to listen, and finally RBI has kind of come with the clear message that this is not acceptable, this is not acceptable, these are the rules, these are the way we want to do it. उसके बाद सेबी का तुरंत आया और ये सब इवेंट्स होती है, जब इवेंट्स आती है और बुल मार्केट होता है, तो जब बुल मार्केट में क्या होता है, वैल्यूएशन एक्सचेंज पे स्टॉक्स और सेक्टर्स के वैल्यूएशन काफी फास्ट बढ़ जाते हैं और उसमें चांसेस ऑफ एरर बहुत होता है, chances for what is say the smallest bad news can hurt the market very much. So because of there is no price, there is no margin of safety between the price and the trust. बेयर मार्केट होती है, कितने खराब न्यूज़ आते हैं बहुत जल्दी डिस्काउंट होगा, क्या कोविड के टाइम पे देखो कितने खराब न्यूज़ आते थे, बट मार्केट वाज वेरी काइंड ऑफ डिस्काउंट है वेरी क्विकली, तो वैल्यूएशन हमें सपोर्ट करती है, दिस टाइम वैल्यूएशंस आर वेरी वेरी लेस, सो मेरा ये मानना है कि शॉर्ट टर्म अच्छा हुआ है जो भी हुआ, इट विल क्लीन अप 3-4 things. One, it will clean up people who are not kind of not studying well, people who are very very temporary players. Also, it will give opportunity for people those who are lost out the last 1.5 years of bull run. So that's the other thing. And also, it will be a lesson to a lot of small cap or so many. I'm not saying all small cap, but so many elite companies which has come with very high valuation on the under of the market cap. And also, same time, people like us who are buying this stuff. This is a good thing that what is the timeline it will last? Extremely difficult to predict, but I think this is going to continue for some time. It is in small cap, mid cap, where the valuations are very, very excessive. And it is not supported by the earning going forward. So that's my broad summary on that. दूसरा एक ये होता है कि I remember I do this survey also internally that अगर आप कोविड के टाइम पे इसको पूछते हैं what is in top of your mind, risk or return, 90% people say risk. 6 महीना निकल गया कोविड के बाद, you find people are coming down to risk to 70-60. धीरे धीरे करके वो रिस्क चला गया रिटर्न आना चाहता है, कोई सर्वे में आपको नहीं किया तो people said 70% people said return. January India 95% people said return. So when people start leaving risk and move to return, I think that also happens. So this phenomena is part of the bull market cycle. There is nothing wrong with the fundamental because people are all about and we are moving much ahead of that. We want to make money 1 year for the fruits which we are going to ripe for 5 years. So I think there's a mismatch of cash flow in our balance sheet, a mismatch of expectation versus reality, and that is what we are paying the price for. So that is the starting point of the market direction, and this will last for some time in my view. And despite we have all the positive news on the top of us, the charts so far, India economy अच्छा लग रहा है, दिल्ली अच्छा लग रहा है. I think there are challenges in terms of thanks to RBI or SEBI, that few things are going to change. One, people will not buy very liquid stocks. Second, NBFC will be very, very regulated, much more regulated than what it was today, which will also impact equity market in some way because equity flows come to equity market finally through all the channels at the end. So these are the few initial talk of market correction. Let's talk about India. Right? India broadly looking extremely good. The world climate is not so good, and that's a good for India. Because I always believe that अगर दुनिया recession में है, तो India भी hurt होता है. और दुनिया बहुत बुरी रही है, तो भी India hurt. India recession, world recession में है, तो India का demand में इतना पड़ता है, particularly export और related activity. और अगर world बहुत बुरी रही है, तो India का oil और metal है जो export करते हैं ज़्यादा, उस पे impact. I think both this scenario is not good for India. But we are right now in this scenario, which is world is in slowdown. Why world is in slowdown? Because of various reasons starting from demography, higher mortgage rates, higher interest rate, higher inflation, a huge amount of social costs on the large economies. So I think these are the reasons why world is right on the top. China is in a very difficult zone right now. So now देखिए world में तो Canada, Japan, Europe, UK all are near recession. China is doing okay at 4-5% growth rate. The only economies which are thriving right now in the world, apart from India, which is growing at 7+%, is USA. US is growing 3.5-4%, which is a very good growth for US on that kind of base. Mexico is growing very well. Brazil is doing okay. Indonesia, small economy, large economies, Mexico, US, and India, they're actually kind of driving the world growth right now. And this will continue to happen. Why Mexico is growing? A very simple answer to that. That India, US is the best trade partners pre-COVID is China. Always they had a best partnership in terms of trade balances with China. Post-COVID, they realized that they are very far and they can manipulate. They don't want to have the issues with the food security and pharma security. They shifted the whole manufacturing base to Mexico in the last 4-5 years. And as on data as of last week says that US are such a trade partner, China and Mexico. These are big news for Mexico. I don't know how to invest in Mexico. I'm really bullish on Mexico, but I don't know how to go there. And it's very driven market, the Spanish market. I don't understand how to really do that. But US and India is what plan. India, I think, clearly sharp factors to always stay to always bet on India के 6D हैं. Dairy, start from dairy. Now why you stop word D? Because my wife's name is D. So she likes that if I use a word D. So she loves it. She's here. तो मुझे बोलती है मुझे आना है मतलब क्या करोगे? मुझे लोग घर पे रोज बोलते हैं उससे मुझे ज़्यादा सुनना है. ठीक है. रोज घर पे आप बात करते हो उससे मुझे ज़्यादा सुनना है. We welcome her. So 6 Ds are of India. One, starting with dairy. I think all of Indians are super entrepreneurs. Everyone, they are dairy-driven people. They take a risk. So first D was always there. Second was demand. Because of our per capita levels are so low, we are underpenetrated across the business. Right now, कुछ भी उठा लो आज, अगर बात हम underpenetrated है. मैंने भी नया डेटा देखा, mortgage loan to GDP. जो 6% होता था 10 साल पहले 11%. 11 is not as good as US or China or any part of the world. एक और डेटा देखा था airline traffic. इंडिया का 8% population, 1% is 54% of airline traffic. और 3.5% का population is 99% of airline traffic. It means only 3.5% of the Indians travel by the flight. So 96.5, I'm not saying all will come, but someday all have to come slowly towards the aircraft. I'm trying to give some hint of the sectors which I like. Also, washing machine, cement consumption, every area. I think we are far behind the world. We are far behind the emerging market, talking about the US and Europe of the world. We're far behind. So a huge amount of opportunity on the demand side. The demography, the third D. We're lucky, all of us are lucky that we're in this age, particularly younger ones. They have to see the whole bull run of India, the whole change in the economic transition of India from the very old type economy to a digital. Fourth is digital, very important. Where India has been the fastest country in the world to adopt the digital side of it. Very, very fast. Look at the payment side of it, look at the way people are using the online transaction, unbelievable. Today, India is 42% of real-time transactions happening digitally globally. So one country is 42% of digital transaction of the world real-time. It's a massive, massive achievement. I must give credit to our government, a lot of people surrounding it, and also the lot of players. One more example comes to my mind is Amazon, e-commerce. Amazon ने 13 साल पहले इनका पहला warehouse लिया, 2 लाख स्क्वायर का warehouse. Today, their total warehouse capacity is 4.6 crore square. So it's a 20x square. So you understand that how much capital is paying around for the warehouse to sell the stuff. And I look at some of the transaction like airline ticket. 75% people don't go to their agent and book the ticket, they go online. 35% electronic sales on. Almost 15% of fashion and now food thanks to Zomato and Blinkit and Zepto and whatnot. Food is delivered online. So Starbucks का ratio होता है 23% of Starbucks customers are online customers. They come through Zomato or Zepto. So I think some crazy data which we never thought 5 years back, honestly. So that's the other opportunity. E-commerce looks like a extremely solid opportunity. And companies which are adopting digital transformation in their day-to-day process are also big beneficiary of that. So that's the 4D of the India. 5D, which I'm very, very happy happening in India in last 6-7 years, didn't happen so easily earlier, is discipline. Now, when I say discipline, what discipline I'm talking? Stock market trading discipline? No, still pending. Government discipline? Yes. I think a lot of discipline happened in terms of fiscal side, current account side, media India side, so a lot of work that happened by the government. when I look back, I was thinking 10 years back what Modi is saying that PLI and India and all that. It doesn't make sense. Today you see the reverse, we see what he created that time. It make extreme sense to India that we are trying to get more and more self-sufficient, and I think that's going to help us save the dollar imbalance if we create. This year, after a long time, we have a economic surplus. Thanks to so many things we are not importing. The electronic import has come on the block. The consumer durable import has come on the block. Still, oil we are over dependent. That's the only area which I like. Otherwise, gold imports have been curved a lot. So I think a lot of things are happening. Now I'm hearing the lab-based diamond is the next big opportunity, which is going to run locally. We don't need to go to NCOR to buy that. So a lot of things are changing very quickly. And I must say the huge amount of discipline country has seen in the fiscal side, current account side. Not to forget GST, not to forget RERA, not to forget e-label, and not to forget many more reforms which this government has done. Which ultimately streamlines, your ease of doing business. Some people may not agree that GST relief and IT, but more or less, when I say normally people are very happy. Looking some beauty by someone, this grower who wrote the power bill or something. He said about IT refund in some 7 days or something like that. So I think you all see us on that. How quickly things are happening. If you are good SSC, I think you quickly get your refund. It doesn't wait, you don't wait for 6-12 months. So that's the very important side of India reforms, which I believe is a very, very big. So discipline across the board. When I go to airports and all that, so many forms have gone away. Right? While going to get one form and while coming to immigration form, so many things. Those stand, those security stand, Matata, police force, everything is gone. We are moving a very different country, a very different level. I travel very extensively to the world. When I see India 5 years back in today, I feel proud that we built much better airports, we have much better facilities, we have much cleaner facilities than before. So I think it's a very big achievement. That's a 50 of mine. 6th is the most difficult one, which is disruption. What I'm trying to say, disruption is, are we innovative? Are we R&D of the world? Are we R&D of India? The answer is we are still doing the offshoring work at labor arbitrage. We are still not able to build the Googles locally or Facebook locally. We are doing copy paste right now. We are not able to yet. I don't go to micro. There are some micro companies that are extremely good. But more or less, a country of this size, we have a huge amount of disruption. Disruption means the research, innovation, the next generation opportunity. And I think till now no work has happened in the country. I remember one of my industry colleague told me that I'm writing this time a note to FICCI. FICCI is writing a note to budget to finance minister. And you're discussing your group, you're discussing that can we write that they should have innovation fund. Some kind of innovation fund क्या अगर एक बंदा है जो IIT से बाहर निकलता है IIM से बाहर निकलता है उसको काम नहीं करना उसको जॉब नहीं करना उसको सीधा जाकर आदमी करना but do he have a financial capability to do that? Answer is no. Will he take that risk? Answer is no. So what we do to inspire us, unfortunately like US, where their endowments and their universities funding the large project on research, we don't have anything in India like that, right? So who will fund them? Who will inspire them? And I think the finance minister has been so agile, I must say that, with a lot of happiness, that they was planned in this budget, and we sent the recommendation in December 8. And fair it was incorporated in the budget that India need an innovation fund. 50,000 crore has been allocated for the first time for innovation fund at a 0 interest rate or very low interest rates. And you have to pay once your product is successful. There are a lot of nitty-gritties are pending because they're working on what it doesn't successful and what are the other liabilities are. But I think it's going to be very liberal research opportunity for people who want to go ahead and do research. Otherwise, they're never able to build YouTubes or Googles or Instagrams in India. We're never able to do the best companies in India. So I think that's a big opportunity, and that's a 6D, which is missing. The day we achieve the 6D, I think we are done. So 5th and 6th is work in progress. First one are some are natural, some are because we are young. So that's the one. I think these are the broad positives which are working around us. What worries me? Let me talk about what worries me right now in the India world. I think the biggest worry is, of course, this fraud which happens time to time, but that is natural because it's a human tendency. We are all driven by fear and credit, right? Like I said, the risk and return example, most people are ready, and right now, and when there is a huge amount of what is seen risk for you can see this risk and people start getting more fearful. What worries me right now is two, which is more driven by global. One, I wrote a piece last month in my investor letter that it's not a world war, it's a war in the world. So my big worry today is a war in the world. As per the, one of the research institute in Japan, they're telling that 2022 and 2023 are the two most conflictual years in the world history in the last 90 years. It means these 2 years are driven by wars, imbalances, and it will be surprised to know there are 45 countries right now in the world, which is 1/4 of the countries, are directly or indirectly in the war. So we may say Lebanon is not in the war, Lebanon's one group is in the war. So I think the 45 countries are involved in direct or indirect war. And why is war happening? Two reasons. One, clearly the war for resources. Why Afghanistan has been done, we don't talk much of this recorded, but for resources. And secondly, the religious challenges and spat. The world is getting divided, unfortunately, in the religious spat. So something happened to Gaza, definitely Lebanon is going to react, or something in Israel, someone else is going to react. So I think this is the second reason why it's happening. But this is very dangerous. You know why it's dangerous? Because it hurts your supply chain. Look at the Red Sea crisis happened in November. The freight rate goes down in 1 year at a 5-year high, which is so volatile and which can hurt the businesses. Third important thing, your resources, raw material supply, which hurts the bank. Assume China, Taiwan is not started yet, right? China, Taiwan, they are fighting on this action on military, some kind of spat is written there, some military is happening. But assume the China, Taiwan really happens in next 5 years. You never know it can happen. Very difficult to say. What's the cost to the world economy? $10 trillion. Just 3x of India's GDP. And you will not get semiconductor chips, you will not get microchips, your laptops, your cars, you will not get electronic parts, the world. All will be in the mobile phone, which is most important. So I think this is one big risk which I'm worried about. Second big risk I see in the AI. It's already started. It's going to take a lot of jobs away. According to MIT's survey, and I was reading the whole article, 23% of the world job will be taken up by AI in the next 15 years. So what is going to happen? India particularly is a very largely populated country, and we have gone through already some of the losses to SMEs and small firms because big firms are taking small firms in the competition. I was just coming in the car and I seen near my house the board of Maruti Suzuki driving school. I've seen first time. Now Maruti Suzuki is going to do driving school. What will happen to good luck and star and driving school? Yes. I think this is a level of competition. Asian Paint is doing the home pay labor contract on the paints. My house is built this by Asian Paint. And I was very worried. I said, what will happen to Manoj Gupta or that Sharma? I think this is a level of which is already we are facing internally. 145 crore population, #1 in the world. AI will be a big threat to the country. So I think these two are the broad long-term threats which worries me. I'm sure our government and our think tanks, along with our support, will always get out through this. I think these are the few areas which makes me worry. What I like about India in sectors, in summary, I think sectors which are adopting, say, digital, or they are implementing the process in the processes technology, will do extremely well. The best example is food delivery business. We've seen, and whatever stocks name I take intentionally and intentionally, may be part of my portfolio, may not be, and this is not a recommendation. So I'm just putting my disclaimer because I manage the public and the global money, so I have to be very careful about it. So let's say Zomato as an example, right? Zomato has really changed the food delivery business the way it was happening, and adding to Blinkit that are extremely well on both the side. My stock price of Zomato, interestingly, in the last 3 years, had seen a peak of 170, bottom of 40, and now back to 160. Now, someone in the room can say Zomato is a good stock because we bought at 40. And someone can say in the room that Zomato is the best stock, we bought at 160, okay, and sold at 40. And I've seen both examples very closely to me. So I think that's the one way of really changing the way digital can disturb the business. Look at the logistics sector, going through again a very solid digital adoption. So very good opportunity in digital sector. That's one sector which looks good. I'm very bullish on manufacturing in India, thanks to the again government policies and very clear determined policy by government that we want to see that we want to crack this weak point of India. India has never been known as manufacturing country before. It was before 90s we were manufacturer, but now we are agri or service. And I think government was very determined. I remember in 2017, and one of the meetings which I attended, very clear that we want to break this block, which is and what are the steps government is taking? Corporate tax rate cuts, crazy, you set up a brownfield project, you get a MAC straight away. And I think we are one of the lowest, among the top 5 lowest countries in the world of corporate tax, right? 5 or 7. So that's the one big thing we done. PLI is the most beautiful thing government done for India. I think you give so much incentives for the local manufacturing. And you already see, look at the $10 billion export of iPhone now in India, probably this year or next year. So I think look at the change in 3-4 years. So many things you're importing on the electronic side, and you cut down local manufacturing. Semiconductor is a big opportunity. Next big opportunity, where government is working closely with some of the large group in India and also global partners. I think this is going to change. So I think manufacturing is looking extremely. What you buy in manufacturing, you buy a company which are in capex, or you buy a company which are supplying machines. Or also, I think the one more thing which we own is the rating agencies, because if the capex happens, the volume happens, then the rating agencies and banks are benefited. So we like rating agency as a theme. It's a small theme, but we like it. I talk about aviation, that big opportunity. My son lives in Atlanta, in Georgia, and he just finished his chemical engineering. He's the R&D guy in the university now. He's working for 2 years. He wants to do his MBA. So Atlanta, just for your knowledge, is like a 5 lakh population in city, 5 lakh, and 5 lakh suburbs. So 10 lakh population, we are talking about Mumbai at 2.2 crore. 10 lakh and 2.2. It's the most busiest airport in the world, Atlanta. With a 10 lakh population, they handle 10 crore people every year. And Mumbai is not in top rate. What I'm trying to see the opportunity. I'm not trying to say Atlanta is good or Mumbai is bad. The opportunity for us is big. So most important, aviation looks extremely good. India will go through a very different level of aviation. The work per capita increasing. People have aspiration. Those who are not going by flight, or those who are traveling less by flight, they want to go by flight. And also they want to save the time. So I think aviation is looking extremely good. I'm not going to names. You know which names to buy. Next is, I think the capital market, which I always say in all the meetings here at any minister, that capital market theme looks extremely good. 3.5% people invest in mutual fund of India. Global emerging market ratio is 25%, 27%, 40%, some countries are 50%. So 3.5 has to go to 30-40. 3.5% of total population invests in equity market, of which 10%. 27% movement. So only one city contributes to 1/4 of the. So this has to go across the country. This is spread. So capital market looks like a great thing. Still, we are underinvested in equity as overall. So anything around capital market, whether stock exchanges or mutual funds or insurance companies or brokerage companies, good quality are the great buys. That's the other thing which I like. So broadly, these are the 4-5 things. Banks will do well. If the credit growth is going to do better without capex, which I say. I think these are the few sectors which I think will do well. The sectors which is possibly go through the transition or go through some challenges are the ones which are not able to catch up with the current pace. So newspaper, radio, FM, or many sectors will hurt. Sectors which are dependent globally will have a little difficult time. Whereas IT, metal, I'm not saying IT is bad, but I'm saying that there are two problems with IT. One is the global slowdown, and second is the chain AI which is coming in. How many people, lot of jobs will be taken up by the, even IT also job will be taken up by AI. So I think my view that these two sectors will have a little difficult time. I'm not trying to say bad or good, don't try to take me wrong, but you have to work hard to see that, to sweat on that, to see that. Anyone can tell me as one riddle, anyone can tell me which is the one company in USA which has survived longest in the Dow Jones Index? I think very easy. In Dow Jones Index, which is the one company which survived for longest period of time. Normally ऐसा बोलते हैं कि Dow Jones Index में हर 10 साल में जो कंपनियां चली जाती हैं कभी नहीं, तो एक ही कंपनी ने almost 100 साल last किया Dow Jones में. Sorry, Amazing. That's a very new company. G has been there on the Dow Jones Index from 1896 till 2018. They just got out of 2018. Can someone tell me why? Why they remain relevant for almost what, 122 years? Yeah.
Innovation.
Amazing. Innovation, absolutely. So they change themselves all the time. You know what was G's first product when they started? Lighting. From there, they moved to consumer appliances, right? Then a bank and a finance company. You know what G does most directly right now? What is the biggest business which they are spending on? Finance. Modern energy. That's the biggest spending they are doing right now. So they realize the change is very important, right? Look at companies like Coca-Cola, and I'm coming to the topic. I'm just going a little divergent because make it. Coca-Cola has been an undisputed leader for years and years, right? And Warren Buffett has made most of money in Coca-Cola. You know what is the challenge of Coca-Cola today? After so many decades of being good, their soda business is going down because of stiff competition, and they don't find a, they are not able to find a solution for last 10 years in this. Let's talk about American Express Bank. Again, a century leader in the US. But now the digital is changing the whole landscape, and they are really starting to get the digital right. One more example, Gillette, which is a very common example. Gillette has been almost 90% market share in the shaving and the men care product. You know, last 8 years they lost 16% market share. And there is a Great Shaver Club, which is a company which has just came and took away the market share by giving the much more value addition at a much more affordable price. I think what is going to change? So someone who cannot catch up with the change happening in the world cannot survive. I'm not saying go by alternative company, but I'm saying that you have to look at the companies which are changing with the times, and otherwise you go away. You know, so many examples, Nokia, our favorite name, BlackBerry, our favorite name, Kodak, Xerox, which is, we can't forget these names, but they have been out of business for in last many years. So I think that's the other thing which is I wanted to cover. Let me scan and summarize the working. I just want to see what I missed out. And yeah. So yeah, and people ask me what's investing? You know, what's investing? Is active investing good or passive investing good? And my answer is it all depends on your requirement. But if you're a long-term investor, then passive investing is the best way to be in a market. You have to know that when to stay out. It's okay, chase those key, those who don't or those who chase them, they'll ask that. But if you stay away from this brilliant fear and if you use the right opportunity, I think that's the right way of investing. Investing actually to me is like art collection. I take a lot of interest in art, and I don't know some of you may be also in that. So art collection, I must go to some 100 exhibitions and I buy 2 paintings. Right? In 100. So in 1 year I buy 2 or 3 or 5, and I go to at least 100. Real estate will do that, right? Store those property देखते हैं लोग एक खरीदते हैं ना 50 तो देखते ही unless someone is lucky to get it one shot. COVID में कोई stock अच्छा लगा ले लिया हो, that is that. But otherwise, normal market, non-COVID. So you have to be more patient with your to work more. But I'm trying to say you to work more and do action less. That's what I'm trying to bring to the table. So it's like artificial. That's very important. Second, being a CA, I can only say if you work for money, you pay 35%. Your money works for you, pay 11.6%. So you decide what you like, what you want to do. And last, before I close my side, take the question, Mahesh ji ने पूछा था, इस बहुत टाइम में भी recorded में बोली stop करना बोले तो आपके लिए. तो 4 गुना क्या होगा? उसमें मैं आपको बोलता हूँ, buy Nifty, it will become Sensex in next few years. That's my advice. Yeah. So that's from my side. Thank you so much for listening patiently, and I'll be very happy to take any questions other than stock specific. Someone asked me a stock question.
Vikram ji,
Other than stock specific.
we have some questions.
Yeah.
And topics for you. How to manage the current markets? How cheap volatility in small and big cap and asset? Please throw some light.
Like I said, the stock market actually going through some short-term correction. It's going to remain short-term, it's going to be long-term. The high-quality stocks, good managed companies will do well. So we keep your list ready. Whether you get your price or maybe you can do SIP if you are not knowing the market timing, then you say, okay, मुझे लेना है, मैं 5 फोटो में ले लूँ. And there are some sort of results. I think this is going to last for some time, and I told my sheet. And this is going to happen. We are energy market. It's going to happen. We are surrounded by the world. It's shortly going to happen. So my view is that it's a buying time in India always for next 15, 20 years. We are in this market long term. Use this opportunity of next 1, 2 months, or volatility, 3 months. I don't know how many months to kind of build a long term portfolio in a very high quality markets. Don't chase the returns. Chase the good quality stocks.
How do you see gold investment sharing?
Gold has done very well. I'm surprised right now. It's the first time ever in my career I've seen that gold and work actually both going together. Normally when the equity, when risk of the equity, then gold do well. But gold has done well. And I think all of us have a lot of gold invested anyway because of our lives. So we've done well as a good listener, not a good investor. So I think I'm a big fan of gold, neither I'm not a negative on gold. Gold is a small asset class allocation. So if you ask me, if you're 100 and gold should be 3, 4, 5%, it's a liquid investment. Because आपको बोलते हैं कि बैग लेके भागना है तो क्या ले जाओगे? डीमैट पेपर ले जाओगे नहीं ले जाओगे? घर ले जाओगे नहीं ले जाओगे? गाड़ी ले जाओगे तो गोल्ड ही ले जाओगे? तो जो बैग लेके जाना है, it's a business continuity plan. जब भागना पड़े कभी, you never know what can happen. Look at the Ukraine, Russia. Never the Ukraine guy must have thought can go to this difficulties. So gold is a small location of portfolio, but I'm not bullish. I don't have great view on the gold. I collected gold 15, 20 years back along, because I was very bullish that time. Yeah, rate pay, I think it doesn't cover even inflation. So. Picture, mic or something.
Hello.
How are you looking?
So my question on the alternative investments like REITs and ETFs, like do you see any, how do we deal?
Yeah, the REITs will do well, it will do well. It's already a debt product, I can say. It's not an equity product, because it's not a large capitalization, but it's a debt plus kind of product. Some taxation issues need to get sorted there, some liquidity issues need to get sorted there. But it's a great product. Globally, it's a very, very well accepted product. With the market matures more and more, Indian markets, I'm sure the REIT and InvIT will have their own find out. Only thing you have to be very careful about the quality of InvIT which you buy. Because the underlying is very important, right? So if underlying cannot pay you, then you're in trouble. So I don't like infra so much in India, because infra is unfortunately not managed as well. It's a government supported sector or government handling sector. So I think real estate is still better. So I like REIT more than InvIT. But it's a very long term kind of product. It's not very short term kind of product. And so railway stocks, I can't talk. Railway sector, India needs to do a lot of reforms, right? India is still very under, I can say we are well covered. We have very large coverage of tracks, but having said that, the changes in the signaling systems and tracks, quality, trains, the wagons, I think huge amount of opportunity here. So I think next step, so when we say manufacturing do well or infra will do well, that cover railways also. Railway will do continue to do well in my view. Obviously, you have to be very careful of when you're buying what you're buying, because गलत से उल्टा ले लिया तो आधा भी हो सकता है, फिर बात पे डबल भी हो सकता है. But हमारा क्या होता है, आधा होता है बेच देते हैं, तो वो नहीं होना चाहिए. I think if you're long term investor, I think railway is a great option, very good option.
Vikram, like, any chance of aggression? Any chance of aggression in India by now?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a very tough one. See, it can happen. See, it can happen also in our society, right? Some is doing very well. Others want to play around that, right? So it's very big one. I don't even predict it. China, Taiwan, a lot of people talk about and all that, but it's not so easy, because a $10 trillion kind of impact on the world is easy. So I'm not seeing it can happen with an attraction border पे होना हो सकता है. But जब बड़ा हो रहा है ऐसा मतलब ये very smart. See, I think government is very, very calculative. They understand the risk. They are very careful about the global relationship and the external side of it. I don't see any chance of that happening. And anyway, we can't predict that for stock market, because COVID or war. Now war is little predictable because it's happening to 45 countries in the world. But otherwise, I don't see any chance in at least in a near time.
So it's not, so what about, it's not about the tokenized investment using blockchain? Sorry, tokenized investment, tokenized investment.
You mean to say, Bitcoin?
But now it is coming to the other asset also like, bonds or,
Yeah, so I think that should do well over a period of time, because underlying asset quality is good, but I think regulators are not very comfortable in the conservative markets. It's only America which has kept things wide open. Some countries have clearly banned it. India is also still not ready. They want to build their own digital kind of things, but I'm not seeing, that can be a good opportunity, but as of now, I'm not seeing anything live from regulatory point of view. But क्या होता है, जैसे जैसे करेक्शन मार्केट मैच्योर होता है, आज से 15 साल पहले हमने कभी रेट नहीं सुना था, लिमिट नहीं सुना था, but now small part of the game, so slowly, alternate investment was not even worth 15 years back. Today it's a very thriving place. So I think it will evolve with the time. I'm very happy about our regulators that they are very careful about watching anything. Because large population, अभी मैंने पढ़ा पर्सनल लोन किसे दिया था, उसे एफएम में डाल दिया, और वो एफएम वाला उसके पीछे पड़ा हुआ, उसका एफएम में पैसा उठ गया. I think people misuse so much. So I think the regulator is very, I can say very responsible in India, unlike other part of the world. So I think the regulator will take their own time, very conservative, positive. I like that the way they are. It will take some time, for sure.
So, origin bonds.
Yes, sorry.
So how do you view as a real estate as a sector for the opportunity?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So I think real estate, if you ask me, 20 years back, my perception in today. 20 years back, it was a, parking place for Oprah. You are a builder, they also say you keep something up, pass something there, remote to buy. That is a 20-year story. It was a very unorganized sector, people were worried about getting to the real estate sector. But in post-era, I think a lot of discipline, and that's again not credit to government. That era has really changed the way real estate has been operated, it's become much more organized, much more regularized, much more investor and say buyer friendly, much more, I don't say 100%, but much more. So I think it's a great sector and a great quality builders will continue to develop, because we are running through housing shortage across India, and we need what 4-5 million houses and middle class in the next 5-7 years. I think it's a big opportunity in my view. If you have a right stock and right sector shows that. It's a great sector. Insurance, insurance, of course. Who has insurance? Oh, sorry. Yeah, insurance. So, insurance sector looks good to me because protection is going to be a very important criteria. Right now we are young, so it's not so important, but slowly I think insurance will be up. Our penetration also is very low in insurance, so insurance will do well. More as a protection product or a health product than be more as an investment product. So insurance as a now the sector also seen the consolidation of last few years. A lot of companies have gone away, a lot of companies have done well, and now I think more stability. I'm not expecting many new players to join the wagon. And I think they'll do well, because if your wealth goes up, you want to protect yourself also, right? So you need to protect more from fire, property, or health, and what to say the endowment and something like one to decide on it. What do sovereign bonds? Sovereign bonds. Sorry. Sovereign bonds. Sovereign bonds. Sovereign bonds is a small product, I think. I know for people like us, they it's lost me at 6-7% yield. Who want to waste time? We get every product so I don't think that's a product. I like FDs, that's my favorite. It's not tax efficient, but it's very liquid. So whenever you cut the check, you can just cut the check in FD, you can break the FD, you 8 times come there. But that's the most liquid to really play out. So I'm a big fan of FD in India, sometimes bonds, but normally I do go to the it's a great credit product. But I can say that the tax impacts and all that doesn't give you anything less, anything much of it. As a return, they don't get it much.
Equals zero.
Equals zero settlement. It's a world-class move. I think nobody's ready in the world. If people say that we are ready. I think it's going to happen for sure. Right now it's a voluntary, right? But it's going to be compulsory at some point of time. Because regulators also want to test the market, that how it pans out and all that. Not easy to do it. Will cut down a lot of arbitrage in terms of broking money and all that. for the banks and everyone, but it's a great thing to have. So I want to visualize how good it will be, but I'm sure that this is going to really help the cash flow management much better for institutions as well as the HNIs or investors. So it's a great thing to have. I can't do it, sorry.
May not be able to sort of.
Why? If you have money in your bank, right? So you can pay on the same day. Today also government asked to, SEBI asked to margin, right? So I think it's a great, in fact, it's a good for the middle, retail investors also. It's not good for the people who borrow or floaters and all that, because like, for example, अभी क्या होता है, एक दिन बैंक पैसा आ जाता है. आपको याद है, पहले ब्रोकर ले जाते थे. अब सभी ने बोला, हमने बोला ब्रोकर फ्लोट नहीं खा सकते, बैंक खा गए. तो बैंक का फ्लोट बंद हो जाएगा, बैंक के लिए खराब है, अपने लिए अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा है.
Specific question. Specific question. As merger of HDFC Limited with HDFC Bank,
How can I say that? I can't talk stocks, but I don't think so. There are two great institutions in the country. Two have a very different, don't take me this as advice, but I'm giving general view of mine.
general view.
There are two businesses, okay? One is a housing loan business. One is a banking business. Banking earns the interest of 3.5%, net profit of 3.5%, we call NIM, net interest margin. And a mortgage, which is a housing loan, earns 2%, right? When you merge a 2% profit, NIM company to 3.5% NIM company, it's going to go to consolidation. It is not going to be instant return, plus the RBI requirement, the CRRs, the SLRs. So I think it's a mega merger. I personally, I'm not saying I'm bullish on it, but it's a great quality bank. I don't want to say I'm bullish on that. It's a great quality bank, will do well over the time. So it's not backfired at all. It was a planned move, it was decided move. It has to happen now. If we, that's not going to be because it becomes so big to really much. So it's a good time. If companies are there, in fact, they're late. They should have done 5 years back. But it's a great merger. I think it's a great institution. I don't go anywhere other than HDFC Bank. That's the only bank I do. I have so much confidence. ICICI is great. A lot of banks are great. I really admire the HDFC as a institution.
So, this section is very interesting. I just wanted to ask, what is the perfect asset allocation percentage? Should we have 100% equity or should we have a fixed income?
Great question. Great question.
Yes, and what kind of fixed income systems?
Very good question. I think I learned this very early. Thankfully, I have a good mentor, so I learned very early. And I'm very disciplined from day one. So I tell you, I passed out my CA in 1994, which was 32 age, 30 age. And from that day, I'm always a So my formula was very simple. I had a very good wealth manager friend at that time. So India wealth manager, so he was in US and he sent me one small note saying that 100 minus your age should be your equity allowance. So say I was 23, so 100 minus 23, 77 should 90. Why this logic? Because you are young, so equity allocation should be higher. So 100 minus your age should be equity, rest you decide what you want to do. Now I'm 52, so my equity should be 50, 48 or 50 around. I'm right now 50 roughly, my equity. But I see to it, and if you want that every year, when a birthday comes, you look at that and reallocate, which is not so easy, right? Our birthday will come in the middle of the year. So what I do is every 2 years, on 31st March, balance sheet, basically of that number, I it is my allocation. Every 2 years I do religiously from 23 age till 20. So I have not ever broken asset allocation in across the board. Now coming to what you should buy. Okay, so now assume you are 25. So 75 equity, because you're earning, you're going to earn further, your funds going to go up. Rest 25, I will say, I'm not counting real estate of the home, which you say, other than that, you have some real estate, some gold, some FD, some liquid mutual fund or debt mutual fund. You have to always have 10, 20%, 10, 15% liquid in your portfolio. Because market can give you opportunity, some deal can come and use their liquidity. So I always keep little more liquid always. So that's why I love FD as a product, which gives me instant liquidity whenever I want. And never borrow for equity. That's the other advice. If you don't buy equity, you should not be borrowing and then buy. Whatever situation be. So that's the other advice. So asset allocation is very crucial for everyone. You can't go overboard on equity or neither overboard on debt. I'll take this question and then I'll start. So, right, sir.
What is your idea on startup? And can you throw some light on digital rupee?
I'm not expert on digital, I'll not spend time on that, but startup has a great opportunity for India. Global track record or India track record has been unfortunately not so good. So 95% of startup don't do well and 5% do well. और 5 में काजू भी होता है, जो well करके फिर नीचे आ जाता है. So there are selling startup. We have seen a lot of startups doing well globally in India. And with this innovation fund coming in, I'm very hopeful that a lot of guys were not able to take a risk because of the financial constraint, despite of the good intelligence, will come to startup. Startup is a very important ecosystem for a country like us. Such a large population, we have to start as a part of the. What I only feel is the rules and regulations should be more tightened. Money flow has to be more monitored. जितना listed market में जितना profit earnings practice है, उसकी 10% startup में. So they have to regularize startup more, which will help finally the growth of the startup system. Because whenever you put the rules and regulations, the sector actually explodes. They do well. I'm not saying excessive rules and regulations, but basic rules and regulations.
So, I am in the market since 1983, and whatever you have said, I agree with you. But my question now is just to educate all the members who are here. So I want to discuss one thing, because I find that you have also said that aviation has a vast scope in India. So aviation sector is still, I feel myself that there is a tremendous scope, and in this sector, if the investor will put the money and invest in the aviation sector, they can earn like anything. Because what I found is that you must have seen in the market, the railway was not moving anything. Because the minister then Vaishnava has come and then he did a lot of reforms. Then aviation sector, you are seeing that a lot of investments are coming. People are putting the funds. What do you think about the aviation?
Aviation. That's a big opportunity. I believe people say, competition has क्या होगा? Now India can afford 20 airlines. Today we have serious 2 or 3 airlines in fact. Many went away. Why they went away? Because excess borrowing, bad discipline. Also the oil prices can hurt. The government regulations are still not, I can say, not uniform. They may use, right now it's much better, but they may use aviation as a scapegoat and they put up penalty or something or higher crude price and all that. But I think right now we're much stable, and I think there's a big opportunity. And there's no question about it. India is going to grow. If my per capita of the country is going to grow from $2,700 to $5,000 also, the aviation will have two times of GDP impact, 2.5 times of GDP impact. So that's the most impactful sector if the country is going to grow, and vice versa. So I'm very bullish on aviation. Unfortunately, we don't have many stocks, many supporting companies, like catering companies are not listed in India. So I think there is a lot of ground transportation, maintenance. I think that's this sector is going to explode in my view.
I agree with you. Yeah. And I am also feeling that aviation is the sector which is kept in the
Aviation, hotel, anything to do with tourism. Look at Ayodhya. The biggest example of tourism. So anything to do with tourism. That doesn't mean go and buy stock tomorrow. But I think say that with other sectors, you should note down and wait for your time to come, or maybe buy slowly, build up your position later.
Nobody was knowing that railway stocks will move like anything. The same thing will happen with the aviation. What I feel
Aviation done well. Aviation done well.
So comparison with the arbitrage fund versus bank FD. Bank FD is liable for the 35 to 40%. Arbitrage is somewhere around 10 to 11%.
So it's all dependent upon one's choice. I can go to liquid fund also, right? I can go to debt fund, short-term debt fund also.
But that is also taxes that
See,
as a chartered accountant, we always look at from the taxes and angle.
so as a chartered accountant, I never look at tax. I look at income. I went other way around to this. So I never, so when I finished my articleship, I didn't do articleship, I did dummy articleship. I would never be interested in so I actually get a investment bank, the same CA from the investment banking business, so I'm helping that. Now, what is more important? Tax or income? Let's talk about it. What is more?
So arbitrage is also pricing somewhere around 6.
5.1%.
Okay, 5.5%, even if you take 10%, 11%
I
tax.
get, expect paying 8% interest rate. 8%.
And what will be the tax impact, 30%,
But
35%,
full tax.
35%?
Tax is not important. Again, I'm telling you, for me, so my equity CAGR, let me tell you, my equity CAGR is 69%. The last 25 years.
So let us say arbitrage fund, I'm investing, I can postpone my income tax for the subsequent year. Let us say one of the Rajya Sabha member, I'm just comparing the net worth, they disclose somewhere around more than 150 crore in the fixed deposit, okay? Who is going to pay the tax ultimately? Every year he has to pay the tax, he or she has to pay the tax. Ultimately, third or fourth generation will be requiring those funds.
So I'll tell you, so I have a CA, my CA also is there, and I don't understand national law of CA. So he tell me, "Ada tax ya bata sakte ho, ye kar sakte ho." I say, no, I don't sell tax. For me, that's my right, my law. You can look at, so I see most people go to arbitration fund. I remain with the FD because I have two things are clear for me. I am knowing the bank, and wherever I want midnight money, I can just cut a check. I don't need to go for redemption process. I will just call him up. Give a redemption from Vedana, I should send cut a check. I like that ease of things. Because see, for me, fixed income is the asset location, not the earning product. Earning product is equity. Now for that, whatever I need to do, so look at CAGR, index fund will use CAGR of 6-7%, 5%, whatever that, on the other side. Equity, normally you need to do good work 25%. So what's like, where should be my attention? 80-20 rule applies in life, right? There are attention now on the next, but I look at making more money. That's my style, but I think it's all different for one's motto and one's way of doing things. Very different subject, but I like it. And I'm big regular.
So, your multi-asset funds. Yeah,
Multi-cap or multi-asset?
multi-asset fund.
Different assets. So that was good asset. The next year, you can, instead of doing yourself gold real estate, you can go to some fund and do that asset. That's also a good idea.
And that 100 minus 80 should also apply to these funds, maybe your remaining with gold multi-asset.
Your allocation, your capital should be your capital 100. That should be divided in this basket. Now, as you are going to the multi-allocation fund, then they are taking care of you. Should look at their, I don't know what's the proposition, how much they're going to gold and other things, but you should look at the allocation and plan. It doesn't apply to that. It applies to you as a principle.
Cement as a sector. Cement as a sector with so much infrastructure. So do you feel there's a lot of potential?
Yeah, the cement is a big factor because we need to build houses, so much of demand, so much of construction, so much in that. Real estate will do, cement will do very short term. There are a lot of cement election. So a lot of project stocks, many of the monsoon. The next 6 months actually is a good time to buy. And so you can even build a good portfolio of cement over the next year. Go to the cement and buy. But next 6 months, election and monsoon, you might get a good opportunity. That's why cement stocks are right outside.
So which date SIPs should be selected, like 10th and 23rd, focus it gives a good return if you invest in things 10th and 23rd. Only rate what SIP may invest. My broker says that according to his analysis, if you select 10th and 23rd of the month, it gives a better return.
You will better analyzing this, but I think about that. We did astrology. Really predict which days are better because we don't know when the event will occur. But if you've done something, because he's an expert in that, he must have done some data analysis of the last 20-30 years, which is useful. So you should ask why you are saying 10-23 and look at historical data. But history is never about prediction of future, right? Like we say mutual fund returns, your past returns are not, for future. Same way, yeah. But I think if someone has done some empirical study, it is useful. But I believe it's very difficult to even time the market. It's not a you can't time the market. If you are, for that, the liquidity is very important. And I'll talk about that when to buy, what to buy. But I think otherwise, SIP is anyway would be cost everything. So kabhi bhi look at no problem.
Sir, one live example. I am
Last 3 question. Or we have time 5 minutes.
Sir, I am 58 as of today, and my SIP I'm rather doing since I was more than 20 years.
Sorry.
Okay, and I was instructed till 2099. Okay,
That's very good. That's a big example for everyone.
that is why I am just disclosing to all my fellow chartered accountants.
That's amazing. SIP is the best way to invest in the life, at least for non-market players, not people like us, but non-market players.
Sir, how good is the mechanism effective, like independent directors and SEBI, etc., in terms of valuation of the shares which are going to be delisted?
Deals, valuation of delisted independent.
Since we are not talking about specific security, I am not getting it.
We can take it offline if you want, but I think SEBI has prescribed the rules. I don't know what independent directors do in India so much. I think very few companies are having a really agile independent. Those people, right? It's like Challanges, some coffee and samosa and 60, 30, 40,000 rupees fees of per board meeting or I think still that corporate governance practice in India is not elevated to the level which can really protect. I've seen few real independent directors in India, but few is like 50% of total population. So I think I don't know how much independent board can really help doing that. And after independence, that's not possible.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're both looking good for long term. Both are looking good because India is going to transformation of defense. They want to make everything in India. Most things in India with the R&D and with the technology know-how. So defense will continue to do well. Auto also looking very good to me. Auto, again, penetration level of the cars are still at what 10%, 9, 10, 8, 9%. Two-wheelers have well penetrated, but two-wheeler lifestyle is changed. People change two-wheeler like they change the fish faster than that. पहले यहाँ पे आते two-wheeler 10 साल 12 साल 15 साल चलता था. अब 3 साल में two-wheeler change हो जाएगा. मेरा driver हर 3 साल में change करता है. forget about anyone else. So I can see that business side has changed a lot. And CD and NSCD and trucks will do well. Buses will do well because of what we say overall demand in the economy, the buoyancy in the economy. Only you will see how electric will do well versus non-electric because still the policies are not giving comfort to really that electric can do well. I think the hybrid or hydrogen or something or CNG will still do well for something. Electric has its own positive and negative, so electric will take time. But two-wheeler electric will do very well compared to the four-wheeler and NSCD and CD and tractors. Private sector defense, some companies are very good in the world. Very good in the world. They should do well. They should. What is difficult to say? Minister said that why should we cut the fuel price? An election announcement gave the fuel price cut. Sometimes more populist than they have to manage that, right? So but otherwise, I think as a country we are looking good, we are growing. So private sector has to play a large role in every manufacturing area of the country. So now private sector is a whole style. Public and private has to both have to work together. So I think private will do it for sure.
One second. Your views on from a currency play perspective, the international securities, the frenzy in the SME IPO segment, and how can one improve its chances of IPO runs?
Pardon? Improve chances of
IPO runs.
मैंने किसी का सुना था कि सत्यनारायण की पूजा होती है उसको ज्यादा वक्त मिलना चालू हो गया तो सूर्य हनुमान चालीसा एक बढ़ा दो नहीं करते हो दो कर दो जो भी करते हो डबल कर दो ऐसा नहीं IPO is a bubble, right? There are few good companies which is actually genuinely fit to S&P. The rest are unfortunately the much bankers play. And I don't say on rates, but I'm very careful about S&P. I don't invest in S&P. Because it's a good product, not used properly. It's a very good product. It should be used properly. Again, there, the question which someone asked me about the regulation, something on someone asked me question, startup. It's same like startup, where regulation has to be much more stringent. It cannot be taken for granted. एक दिन उसने बाजार में चला था 90% ऐसे नहीं कि वो lower circuit. Now that is not an investor wish to do, right? So I think there is a regulation, there is a challenges there. It's a buyer beware, I can say. Buying a large cap or SIP is much better than getting all this. You may make multi-baggers, but if you're stuck at the top, then you may lose everything. So I think I have little caution. I have caution on that. Coming to your, you asked for currency or international investing? Both. International investing I don't like because India में इतना तेजी है क्यों जाएगा? Make in India, invest in India, wedding in India, honeymoon in India. इतना India में करो. Invest in India, why should we go out? I don't believe there is any reason to go to the other market when India is doing so well. So I'm not a big fan of international investing. Second, rupee. I think I'm surprised in the last 4-5 months that rupee is not start appreciating. My own view is that next 20 years will not rupee. We may not appreciate too much against the dollar because dollar will remain the dollar of the world. But against all our other currency, I think we'll start appreciating. Already started doing that. But we will do that continuously. So I think next 20 years will not rupee. I will not be surprised if Indian rupee can appreciate 1 or 2% every year in the next 20 years CAGR. That's my view on rupee. I don't know why it's not happening right now, but it should start. That's my view. Because we are getting stronger. We are huge amount of demand. We are cutting down our import bill. So we are getting a very different country than 20 years and 10 years back. But rupee should ideally appreciate or remain where it is. It should not appreciate much. That's fine.
So what about multinational consumer goods, which is what high PE ratio? Should we keep those stocks or?
The promoters are saying India is expensive, they are selling here and paying the debt. That's what I think one company did. Second company told that, अभी जिसे बेचा smoking bar. उन्होंने बेचा, उन्होंने बोला हमको बैलेट करना है, जो भी वहाँ सस्ता मिल रहा है इंडिया में है. So India is actually very expensive market in some of the large things. But finally they are, multinationals are built over a lot of time, their best practices, best corporate governance. And if the sector is good, long term they will do so they can do well in long term, but the sector is mature or the valuations are high, so आप 60 के people को बेच दो, तो आपका पैसा बढ़ाने का chance कितना है? So that's what you have to be careful about valuation in particular company. There are some entities that are good valuation, some are very expensive. So, and you have to look at PE multiple to grow. कि आपको price को नहीं ग्रो क्या करें? अगर आप वो establish कर सकते हो बराबर, तो they are very invested. They have given so much return in last 30 years. But the things change, right?
So markets are at all-time low right now, and elections are around the corner. So any major correction expected post-election?
Market will remain all-time low always for next 15 years. क्योंकि सीधी बात है ना, मार्केट का एवरेज से जाओ GDP का, right? और अर्निंग्स ग्रोथ करके 12-15% तो आपको आगे बढ़नी है, 8% ये इन्फ्लेशन ले लो 6-7%, तो 15% का इक्विटी बढ़ना ही है, कोई भी नहीं हो सकता है, कितना भी हो सकता है. वो एक साल में मिल सकता है, but over 15 years, we are going to see 14-15% CAGR in the index. Correction, I said in the start that correction is part of change and which is happening right now. The fraud जो है वो निकल रहा है. So we should use opportunity का long term to buy this kind of corrections and stay invested. That's all.
I think multi-cap is the best asset allocation.
It's depend on your risk profile. It's a very individual.
You want to go for also matter.
Yeah, I think multi-cap is good. It's a very balanced basket because you buy last cap and small cap also. That's a good basket. But again, I would say if you have an Excel sheet ready on allocation, that helps you more because after tilted last cap and then you think multi-cap, I will say if you have 90% last cap, then look at your risk profile. It's all dependent on what is your risk profile, age profile, how much cash flows you are expecting, how much cash outflow you are expecting over the next 5 years. That actually will help you to do better. But multi-cap is a relatively balanced basket.
How good is market making mechanism in India compared to the developed countries? And what is government doing in terms of regulating or improving on that? Because it is observed globally that if the market making mechanisms are good, then the markets have more stability. And all these points about, 90% stocks and lower circuit in the SME sector and all. What is your view on that?
It's not been successful in India, and neither in the most emerging market. It's, because, I don't understand why government should, participate here. It has to be done by the market players, with the consultation of the regulators. I think bond market when we were trying to do, I was a bond market here, trying to do some market making. It failed miserably because we were doing a retail of government securities at about 1998 or 99, right, when I started my career. But then we didn't found enough buyers, so all the stock ended up in our pocket. Luckily, the interest rates were going down, so we made a lot of money on the holding. But I would say the national personal market is much better in country like India, which evolves on their own. You need to have regulation, but I don't see market making in emerging markets has succeeded in a big way. Because ultimately, the aligned interest of market maker, investor, and regulator has to match. Because market maker may have, what else Semi will say, you have more information on the market makers. So I think there are areas which are great and which is not sorted. I'm not seeing any big future market making, at least in the equity side of the world. Bond side, yeah, we can do that. But equity is difficult. The underlying is not it's not a risk-free asset. So you need to have some interest bearing or somewhere your security level. Equity is a pure risk play, right? So it can be zero also, or double also, triple also. Yes. Something like government security or sovereign bonds, like that can do better. Even rate and InvIT can do better in bond.
So how, according to you, how to identify today's great companies like HDFC, Equities, Maruti, each of them couple of decades ago. So what is your experience saying to identify such companies?
Good question. So I always believe that, the key question to answer yourself. What to buy, why to buy, what to buy, and when to buy. Now, when you say why to buy, so I say India is a great store. Right? So very simple answer, then 15 साल India अच्छा करेगा जब तक हमारी demography sunset नहीं होता China की तरह, just 2040, so we'll do well as an economy. So why to buy? India looks very, very good. What to buy? That's the question you should ask. And let me first answer when to buy. When to buy is very crucial. Okay, when to buy is very, very crucial. When बोलते हैं ना कि सबको नहीं अच्छा लगता है, to decide the example of risk versus return. And world is saying कि नहीं यार छोड़ो market अभी आपको एक बहुत example दिया कि एक बार मजा में नहीं आएगा. That is a when to buy. So when to buy is equally important because I have seen if you buy, margin of safety is high, then you tend to hold for long. You actually kind of make much higher money than others. So someone who bought say X company in COVID, some companies are 120x. So margin of safety level goes up, that actually allows long-term investors to continue for longer. I think that's the when to buy very crucial. People don't agree with me that timing थोड़ी होता है. You have to try model in your pocket. You have to have liquidity in your pocket to use opportunity like this to really scale up your. So I always say top of SIP in a SIP account. You do a super SIP. आप 10,000 करते हो, 50,000 हो गया एक लाख. You have to reduce your average to increase your return. I think that's the formula. What to buy? That's a very important one to ask. I always believe one thing that there are two kind of things that happen in market. One is we chase the return. And second, we chase the good assets. Chasing return is a futile exercise. People do that. 90% people do that. Chase a good company, good quality asset is the right thing. Having said that, what I'm trying to say is buy a company where first the quality of corporate governance or management is amazingly superb. Buy companies which are looking to grow in the next 10 years of the sector. So, 15 साल India अच्छा लगा है तो कौन से sector में opportunity ज़्यादा है? For example, aviation, automobile, defense. Pick up the best company out of that. Now, best, when you say best, it will be very expensive. So then you buy according to that, and that's the other one. So buy best quality corporates, best quality company, which is, and also have a solid cash payback ratio, that is buybacks or dividends. So I look at these are the parameters. So I spend my 70% of time choosing right company, right corporate governance, right independent board, right auditors, and right quality. and then less time on which sector to have. A sector finding in India is very easy. 10 सेक्टर निकाल दो तो बाकी 90 सेक्टर तो अच्छे लगे. So some under penetration. We spend a lot of time on buying the great quality companies available, and sometimes they are available at a good price. So you actually can buy such kind of companies. And companies which are ready to change, G kind of thing, right? I give you G example that if you are resilient to change, then you can't deliver. Change is a part of the game. So you have to change with the adoption of technologies, adoption of the energy requirements. I think those things are changing very, very fast. And I was sad with the Maruti example that driving school, I can't even imagine. So that shows that companies are ready to change. I'm not again saying Maruti is a buy. I own Maruti for since 27 years. But I will not say Maruti buy or sell, but I like that company a lot.
Government securities or bonds, basically from the long-term perspective, say retiring on 2028 or 2030. And if it is a good yield and the government is going to increase the spending based on manufacturing, which is likely to grow. So how do you see the future for directly into the government securities rather than going for oriented, same-oriented mutual fund?
Again, tax rates are the same. Both are same. So I say government security is a very safe product. No question about it. I'm not very sure it's a super liquid or not. When I say super liquid in terms of price discovery, not in terms of selling. So, for example, in a wholesale market, which is a say 25 crore market, institutional market, the yield for particular government security or price is 104, say 104. For you, it will be 104.50. Right? So I think that's the one arbitrage which you lose. And yields are very, very different thing, 7% yield you get. So if you lose 50 paisa on one side and 50 on the other side when selling, you have to look at a net yield, what is the. So if you're buying around RBI price or NDA's price, which is available in the market, you should buy around that price. So if the wholesale is 104, you buy 104 or 5 or something like that, not pay so much because थोड़ा price change होता है तो yield change very much because short-term nature is it's the same product. I'm not very sure liquidity wise when you want to say for retailers to really participate. I will stick to again the macroeconomics area as FD. Or you can buy a 2-year, 3-year AAA bonds, which are available in IPO amounts, not the low quality bonds, because right now the yields are offered by the low quality 12% and 11%. So I always believe that if someone is giving higher return, then the risk is very high, right? So I always believe that take a risk where you understand. Don't take a risk where you don't understand. So that's what you would do. But government security is the safest product in my view. I think I'm a big fan of government security, but and yields are going to remain here, so we are not going to see much appreciation in yields in India. As you rightly pointed out, that India is going to spend a lot on corporates and manufacturing and countries growth. So India will remain a fiscal deficit country for some time. It will come down, but India will not be like a global market where rates are going to fall dramatically. Because globally from where I think government security is if you have access to government security market, liquid market, then it's much easier. Otherwise, it's very expensive proposition for normal retailers. The cost is very high on entry exit.
Wait to sell. What are your thoughts on the recent directive of SEBI for the stress test for small and mid cap?
Very good point. I think that's very important. A lot of people tells me that we are going concern as a mutual fund. I don't agree with that. So I think stress test is important. How fast you can sell your portfolio is very important. Globally, it's a very renowned practice. US developed markets, they have a liquidity stress ratio. It's called liquidity stress ratio, and it's renowned practice. India is doing it. I'm very happy that is happening because that will actually weed out the weak player or weak strong out of the portfolio. That's a good thing to happen. Someone said when to sell. Oh, I should sell what? You asked when to sell.
I asked mostly when to sell any equities.
Equity sell. What to pay?
I think mine say.
Oh, when to sell. When to sell, I sold my portfolio whenever I sold in 3 conditions. When I see company resisting to change. Sector is going through a difficult proposition like this in Xerox or Kotak or anything. No? Now, 2 years back, saying gold will not be there. But now goal is that. So I think you have to again be very careful what you do. Very good said is that. And third, when you see a intensive competition. So someone asked me a question to reply on Asian Paint and morning. And I don't know reply on Asian, but I can say now, for example, a sector like paints, right? Which has seen a 70, 80 years of cycle where they have to play a market leader. Now in last 6 months, last 2 years, we've seen 6 or 7 players coming to the market. And now with the data of the market coming into the business, data of the building material market, I won't say big, it's coming to the business. So it's going to disrupt the market. So that sector also you be very careful. Whether you know amount of disruption and the competition happening, because that's margin level which these companies are making will never sustain. So one, there is an issue in corporate governance of the company. Second, there is huge amount of competitive intensity going up. And third, if that product is becoming, backdated or it's outdated. So for example, radio FM. How many people today listen to radio FM with these Spotify or so I think you know, keep on seeing that how the trend moves. So that companies you have to actually exit. Can we, my last two? Last 2 questions.
Okay. How you comment on these TV anchors and the YouTubers who is giving these states?
So I have a very simple example. If you want 1 day return, watch TV. If you want 7-day return, see the news, in sense, ये company solar plant लगा रही है, company order मिला है 7 days. If you want a 3-month return, look at what analysts are saying. If you want a 1-year return, focus on P ratios and values. If you want a 20-year return, fundamental, very important point, and look at quality of businesses, quality of management, how they are changing, how they are improving, and just very available. Today, I must say, again, Savvy, thank you, Savvy. Today, data available to public is equal to institutions. Today, you have a video recording of the conference call, a transcript on BSC website or IC website. Now, that kind of freedom or that kind of empowerment, I never seen for retail investors in India. So I think you have so much of data available to you. So, and again, as I told you, you have to be like a, you know, right? If you have to be like a 5-day test player in the equity, you can't be a T20 player or T10 player to deal to go there. You have to be a 5-day player. So you have to be doubt loved in market, right? If 5 balls छोड़ दो, 1 ball को मार. You know, हर ball hit नहीं करना है. अब वही करना तो समझता है. I think if you do that right, I'm completely against all this. People give tips on the call on this and on that. See, because I don't know whether he has a vested interest or not. I heard that most people who comes and give all the step and YouTube video and all that, they have position built for personal inside that, and then when you buy, they sell. I think I don't understand this thing at all. I think buyer beware is everywhere important. हम कितना negotiate करते हैं, हम रोड पे सब्जी ले जाते हैं, हम ले जाते हैं, कितना negotiate करते हैं, ना तो हम कुछ नहीं करते हैं, अगर बोले तो हम ले लेते हैं. So it has to be other way around, right? We should not negotiate with the food vendor, which is बेचारा बहुत मेहनत करके काम कर रहा है. और यहाँ पे सब, you know, हवा चलती है और यहाँ पे public, you know, बह जाती है. So I think I am of the opinion that you would be buyer beware and do your study right. And if you don't understand markets, do mutual fund is simple. The high quality fund managers, some data available, 5-star rating, 4-star rating, so many agencies are working on that. And the best way for people who don't want to play the market, go to mutual fund, safest way. But buyer beware is the only thing I believe in. Because I've seen people losing a lot of money. I've seen people making a lot of money. But at the same time, losing proportion in the retail or the middle class is much higher than the upper class or informed investors, so-called informed investors. They make a lot of money, but they're informed.
Sir, what is the view on TikTok companies like Dream 11, Paytm, like Dream 11, fundamental?
कंपनियां नहीं बोल सकता हूँ स्पेसिफिक. सबसे बड़ा तो पहले क्या होता है इंडिया में जुआ होता था, ये क्या ड्रीम लेवल पर चलता था, क्या Rummy.com चलता था, सब अभी चला है तो अभी वो सब आ गया अभी तक ना फुटबॉल ऑप्शन में ज्यादातर सट्टा यही होता है ना कॉपी मार. तो बाय एक्सचेंजेस ना बस 2 एक्सचेंज एक दूसरा होने वाला नहीं. तो रेगुलेशन भी कुछ चेंज होने वाला है. पेटीएम पे आरबीआई आपने डंडा मार सकती है. I think see एक और ये भी कि ग्रोथ होता है ना जब इकोनॉमी में बहुत ज्यादा ग्रोथ होता है तो regulations पे impact they flout regulations. So this is what always going to happen in the growth state of the world. But I think I'm not a big fan of the Jua and all. Again, India वही प्रॉब्लम है इंडिया का सबको मुझे सबसे जल्दी चाहिए सबको कल सुबह करोड़पति बनने का है people try to do everything to do that and there are smart operators who know that this is the mentality of greed mentality of people and they cut off my one advice to everyone that this is equity is worship is a sadhana it is not day it's not day highest return is made if you understand company in and out. And I'm saying you don't have to ask question, you just read a transcript of the company, you will come to know better than anyone else. And why I bought Maruti at that time, because that's a car which I was using. I was getting pleasure, I didn't have money to buy a gift at that time, so I was using that car. I was getting pleasure, it was cheapest car available. If I want to even go to my native town Kutch, I'll get a garage there, will repair the Maruti. Spare parts are cheaper, service levels are higher. Now, these are very basic fundamental points. If you just say what I'm using and I'm liking the quality, buy those shares, I mean, you make tons of money, tons of money. So just be aware of, beware, that's a summary message from my side, that be very careful of the short term thing. Yeah, if you want to do short term, you are very different. As an investor, I always believe that people have made tons of money staying invested for long term, right stocks, right selection. Monitoring them, don't sell them, buy them, monitoring them. And when there is an exceptional situation, analysts are asked that there is a change in competition, change in corporate governance, something else has changed, things have become outdated, then you can always sell the stock. Always you should sell it. You should be ahead of the curve and you sell stock. Never get into this day-to-day slump of the market. It's very risky. And SEBI data says like 95% of people lose money in the FNO, right? 95 or 97 or 90 plus. Great, sir. Thank you everyone for the time. I will last question. Yeah. Tell me. Only one. अभी तो बहुत बोल दिया There is Jua. If you're a professional trader, see, अगर आपका full time job हो तो आपको नहीं best है. But आप जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ कि अगर मुझे बुखार आया, मैं तो दवा लूँ कि मैं डॉक्टर के पास जाऊँ. ऐसे बोले जाए. So अगर आप professional trader हो, directly is the heaven for you. पर अगर आप सीखी practice कर रहे हो या आप कुछ और कर रहे हो, तो आपके लिए तो टाइम भी नहीं है, आपको समझ भी नहीं है. क्यों वहाँ हाथ डाले जाके खोना ही है. और सेबी डेटा पब्लिश करता है ना, 90% लोग पैसा होते हैं. तो हम क्यों जाए जहाँ 90% हम कौन से 10 आने वाले हैं बना लेंगे और 10 तक के इंटेलिजेंट नहीं है उनका पूरा दिन धंधा ये पूरा दिन
नुकसान इन्वेस्टर्स को हो रहा है, ब्रोकर्स को कमा रहे हैं. तो मेरा भी एक लास्ट ही है व्यू कि जितने डिपॉजिटरी सर्विसेज है, जितने ब्रोकिंग हाउसेज है और जितने एक्सचेंजेस है, अगर इनके स्टॉक्स को अगर कोई आदमी आज की तारीख में भी बाय करके
बोल दिया आपको कैपिटल मार्केट के सारे आज लेना कि मुझे नहीं पता है लेना चाहिए.
While investing through mutual funds, this is the last question. While investing through mutual funds for longer terms, sometimes ऐसे questions आते हैं कि like a current run जो इतना ज़्यादा even in 3-4 months market is up. Do we book profits in mutual funds or the fund manager will take care? But what do you suggest?
So mutual fund also any investment if we do right. हम घर लेते हैं. तो see अगर रेंट पे देते हैं तो बराबर नहीं है, मेंटेन बढ़ रहा है, रेंट चल रहा है. हर चीज जो खरीदते हैं उसको मेंटेन करना पड़ता है. So मॉनिटर करना पड़ता है. तो म्यूचुअल फंड हो, इक्विटी हो, गोल्ड हो, कुछ भी हो. You have to monitor it, you have to maintain it, you have to observe it, you have to apply or bring it to the
Analyze performing
to deal with the money, right? When there is money involved, you need to have monitorables, key monitorables, and which is very easy to. Now, mutual fund, if you have a great franchise, I'll not give the name, but very good franchise, continue with that because अगर फंड में चला जाता है गलती से, तो I am sure that great franchise will also realize more than you because आपका 1 लाख पड़ा हुआ उसके पास 50,000 का ही होगा. तो वो भी सोचेगा ना मैं अच्छा गया पैसा अच्छे ग्रुप पे करो. They will not try to divide.
There have been periods when the bigger ones have performed not as good as the smaller ones.
So 10 साल के पीरियड में आप कोई भी फंड उठा लो एवरेज रिटर्न का गैप बहुत ज्यादा है, कोई भी उठा, कभी कोई अच्छा कर रहा है, कभी कोई अच्छा कर रहा है, तो क्या होता है, बिजनेस साइकिल, a very aggressive fund manager will do very well in the bull market like this right now. A defensive fund manager will do very well when the markets are other way around. So it's up to you. By churning from one to other, you lose 3-5% extra every year. Better to stay with us. So I will say, buy a good franchisee or mutual fund. When I say good franchisee, again you understand which are the very high quality companies or financial institution who knows what is the risk. Secondly, they pick the right people. Or the right fund manager also want to join them. So they have a process which is allowing to manage the risk. Buy that franchisee. Stay for long term. Don't worry about you. 18 दिया इससे 17 दिया उससे 22 दिया इससे 21 दिया. Very friendly. If you ask me, मैं आपको ही बता दिया कि 15 भी मिलता है साल का. और उसके बाद 11.5 टैक्स भरते हो. क्योंकि 11.5 टैक्स से दुनिया में कौन देता है? So we have to actually kind of keep this little longish view of the country. So 15 साल country अच्छा लग रहा है. I'm 100% sure there are many mutual funds in India will give you 18% CAGR versus 15 of it. तो आपको तो 18 CAGR तो बहुत हो गया है. और वो बेच के फिर निकालो, फिर वापस एफडी में डालो, वापस यहाँ लिक्विड में डालो, कहीं डालो. It's a basic. If you ask me as a you, as a normal human being, and it's not a full-time profession, no, don't even apply. If you're full-time to equity, then you may think arbitrage से ये किया, वो किया, वो मैं नहीं करता हूँ. I don't do. I have direct equity, mutual fund, or my own fund I invest, and FD. These are the only three assets I'm good. I don't play asset class 1% ज्यादा मिल रहा है, चलो यहाँ चलो, नहीं होता. आपको अपनी लॉन्ग टर्म देखिए. और वो एनर्जी आप 1 लाख के लिए डालोगे ना, इतना बड़ा पिक्चर खोलो.
Like,
open a big picture, not a small.
in the current scenario, mid cap, small cap have fallen 10-20%. तो we think कि वो बेच दिया कि वापस ले गया होता तो
एस्ट्रोलॉजर नहीं है आपके पास. ये ह्यूमंस है एरर करने वाले, बट आपसे कम एरर करेंगे, पता नहीं. आप तो मेरे से कम
booking profits in mutual funds and buying again.
Yeah, again, see, if you are 60 plus,
Yeah.
and your incomes are going away, I need some dry powder for my daily maintenance. So, see, when you need money, सबको book करने का. But if you don't need money, why won't you? You may switch to better mutual fund if you feel like. I will not even recommend that. Why? तो खरीदने के पहले ज्यादा सोचो, खरीदने के बाद ज्यादा सोचो. जो भी है पहले कर लो जो काम करना है, बाद में फिर उसको चर्न करो. कोई आके वेल्थ एडवाइजर बोलेगा सर आपको कोटक ले लिया गलत है, एचडीएफसी ले लो, ये ले लो, वो होने वाला है. और काफी काउबॉयज भी आएंगे मार्केट में, काफी आपको शॉर्ट टर्म वाले भी आएंगे. अगेन डिसाइड व्हाट यू लाइक. इफ यू लाइक एक्सेस वॉलेटिलिटी, गो टू द फंड व्हिच इज make you play. सुबह रात को नींद भी उड़ा देगा, रात को नींद भी बढ़ा देगा, दोनों. तो आपको तो कंसिस्टेंसी चाहिए. तो focus on something which is institutionalized, consistent, very high quality. I think just what are Motilal Gita जो है, buy right and sell right. That's the right way to really do. I would say that. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Last of the tower.
One more question regarding see, there is a lot of companies available to the NCLT or maybe IBC process or good listed companies having good prospect having good plan also. So one way also look at what is the good company available in this sector.
I agree. If the good franchise is available, they can deliver good data, but you should have full study in that. That's all.
Yeah, because I available.
Yeah, see, someone can analyze that. You can make much higher. See, this is arbitrage again. But someone who understands things better, you definitely make more money. So look at CG Power as an example. Again, I'm not defending me. People can make tons of money that much. But how many identified and you for? But I agree.
Which is there's so many examples which is good to NCLT. Yeah,
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think this was a very wonderful session at the end of the financial year. The communist last meeting went very well, and I hope कैसा performance वहाँ पर भी इस बार और मैडम जी कैसा लगा आपको आज पास में आए हैं आप? बहुत अच्छा लगा. तो आइए 2-3 लाख की डॉलर डाल दीजिए. Not too here, please.
Mahavir 168110. Please don't go away.
Please wait for the board of thanks.
16 Mahavir. One 7147. Kamecha. अच्छा लास्ट वाले क्या है अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा
Another good number.
049494
So please.
चिल्लाने क्या रात रेट का जमाना है क्या Please wait for vote of thanks. Have some dignity, please. Before vote of thanks, there is an announcement. Tomorrow there is a meeting. WRC has checked that next to those meetings के बाद में ये मिला है ऑफिस साइड होगी. So 5 to 7 on session participants will sound like very great speaker. And 7 p.m. onwards there will be online and members meet the newly elected president and vice president. So JP Nagar has given full support to them and all are requested to join that. After that there will be a good dinner. And one more information, this financial year is ending and 3 cheers to the convener. She could save a lot of money in spite of so many programs. Everything here, meeting, prevention and whatnot. Even after that, she could save a lot of money. And tomorrow she will be giving rupees 2 lakh check for CA Denominated Fund. Thank you, madam. All madams. Now what of thanks? होता है आराम से करिएगा. Don't feel hurry.
So there is a sudden increase in the participation. We have informed them, but please be a little patient with the issue. Thank you, Manishi and Purvi. So good morning, everybody. So in the words of Brian Tracy, a well-known motivational speaker, we should welcome the challenges, look for the opportunities in every situation and to learn and grow in wisdom. And Sir Winston Churchill has also said that a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity and an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Right? So Sir Vikram Kotak has given wonderful insights on the opportunities and challenges in the stock market and the current scenario, the future probabilities versus the economy, the political scenario, and the world affairs. He gave his views on India as a growing economy in a very clear manner with the various Ds like demand, digital, dynamism, disruption, etc. Sir, we have a D word for you also. I'm sure all of us will agree. It was delightful. Thanks to all the coordinators of the event, past conveners, CA Mahesh Bagaria and CA Chintan Shah, the management of the forum for smooth conduct. And also thanks to all the members for being present today and participating actively and making for a wonderful question answer session. So on behalf of JV Nagar CP Study Circle, I request you to please carry a round of applause.
Now we will join for